name is Lance. I am the North Dakota Carnivore, and today is Saturday, and that means this is the weekend meeting. How is everybody doing today? So, again, it's just another beautiful day here. Not a whole lot going on. Had some great fun over this past week. The weather finally turned colder, which I enjoy. Currently like 9 below zero here, and it's stunningly cold. The real feel is, well, right now it's negative 25. Earlier this morning when I was out, it was negative 30. That's typically what you see here in this wonderful state. And I had to actually go out because I needed water for my coffee. Oh, and that's tasting really good right now. So it's great to have a nice warm cup of coffee. We went to Costco last week, and while we were there, I stopped at the Brothers and I picked up my Papua New Guinea Western Highlands fresh roasted beans. They are absolutely delicious. If you do drink coffee and you want a good coffee, I would highly recommend that. It is really good stuff. So this past week, I have actually put out a couple of different videos on my channel just to try something different. They're an AI version of something that I've been looking into. I have to do some of the work, not all of it, and it does a pretty good job explaining what I want it to explain. And it's just a different tool, different way to do stuff. So still not sure how I like it or not, but hopefully it's something that can turn out decent. I know you can't really do shorts on them, or I probably could. I just have to chop them up a little bit more to do those, but I haven't looked into doing the editing on them in a way that would be meaningful and be able to put those into the short videos. But if you see, I've got pinned on the channel here a YouTube link for Bill and Daisy, Alaska. Bill Knott has got a new YouTube channel. If you don't know what Bill Knott or what's going on with him, Bill Knott started a YouTube channel about 2.5 years ago on the Carnivore Diet. He was over 700 pounds, and he's lost over half of his body weight, and he's documented it on his YouTube channel. Well, a few months ago, he got hacked. He thought he was doing some stuff to get more subscribers, more influence, a better channel. He gave somebody control of his channel that was not who they said they were, and he ended up getting hacked, and he lost all of his content. He lost his channel and had to start a new one. Well, they just started a new channel yesterday or the day before, and it's Bill and Daisy, Alaska. So he's got just the one video up there now, and it's absolutely stunning what has happened to Bill. He shows some pictures or video of when he first started and how big he was. And then when you see his picture again, you're like, holy cow, he's half the man he used to be. I mean, Bill Knott has had some really, really good success on this way of eating. It's really cool to watch what Bill has done. Jack, how you doing this morning? I don't do Minecraft or any of those kind of games. I don't have I have issues with playing those type of games or even watching them. It's like seasick, but I can't deal them. Never have been able to. Hey, good morning, Uncle Willie. Yeah, you said Bill last night and watched his video. It's actually really nice to see that. Yep, whatever. Easy way to do that is take that down. And again, sorry for that, but every time I start talking in the morning in here, my nose starts to run. I think it has to do with being in a cool room and then starting to talk. All of a sudden, it's the warm breath going through everything, and it causes issues. Oh, but man, it's that good. But Bill's he's got such an inspirational story. Just the way he has had to live in Alaska, and you see his house and everything. It's actually it's amazing what he's gone through and what he's been able to do in just the 2.5 years. And then to have his channel basically stolen from him because somebody posed as something that they were not. They posed as a software company that would help him reach more people. And that's part of what Bill wants to do is he wants to reach more people to let them see what has happened with him and give people encouragement. And he's trying to do the right thing. And these people end up stealing his channel, and they violated policies and stuff on YouTube, and his whole channel was removed. He lost 2.5 years of videos, and he won't get it back because of the way YouTube does stuff. It's just crazy. And you really have to watch who you trust and the links that you click on. I learned that the other couple of weeks ago too, is I lost my YouTube. I lost my X account for almost a week as a verified X account and a premium member. It took me almost a week to get my account back, and that was just ridiculous. And it was all because it appears that it's all because I clicked on a link, because I've seen when I got back to my account, the only thing that was done was that same link that I clicked on was sent out to 6 or 7 other people that I was following. And that's all that was done. And the person who sent me that link, obviously their account had the same thing happen to them. And I haven't seen them post on X since it happened. So I don't think they've gotten their account back. And this morning, guess what I got? I got another one of those messages from somebody that I follow and who follows me, because you have to have that on X to be able to send messages. But I got another message with that same link on it. Didn't click on it this time. So, what is everybody doing today? Yeah, Uncle Willie scammers are getting more sophisticated. They absolutely are. And see with my X account, what they did. The person that I got the link from, what it is, they're asking for you to vote for those to host a live stream, basically, on X. And I've talked with this person, on X before, and it's the kind of stuff that they would do. So like, yeah, why not? I would do that. And I figure, what's that going to hurt? And seconds later, I no longer have control of my X account. So I will not click on a link for anything like that again. And it just doesn't make sense to do that. So Larry, are you actually a person or are you a bot just coming in here to junk into the chat? It's hard to tell. It's not what my channel is about. I don't get into political stuff in this channel, no matter how I feel about stuff. It's something I'm not going to be talking about. Hey, Kitchen Wish, good morning. How are you? It's nice to see you here this morning. Oh, I forgot to grab my Dr. Nelson hat. I should have done that this morning. It's funny because my wife does not like that hat on me. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow morning. I'll bring that with her. Just do a separate video altogether. But it's actually the day I won that hat, that was actually one of the giveaways on Dr. Kiltz channel in the morning. And I'm doing stuff on my computer. I'm working on a spreadsheet. So I'm basically just listening. And the morning that I won that giveaway, is right before Ollie was getting ready to spin the wheel. And I'm like, crap, I didn't do it. So I just put it in there real quick and won the giveaway. That was actually pretty cool. It's actually the second time I've actually won a giveaway. The first time I did thumbnail on my channel here with Body by Bacon. That's from Dr. Kiltz also. I won that a few months ago. And I got it in a size for my wife, and it fits me now. So that's actually pretty cool. That's why I put that on my channel as my thumbnail. Because I was proud that I could be able to wear that because, 2 years ago, wearing a large t-shirt I wouldn't even get it over my head. That was so big. But if anybody wants to, go check out Bill's channel. It's Bill and Daisy, Alaska. He's very inspirational. I know he's only got the one video up there right now. He will have more. Like I said, he lost his channel when he gave control of his channel to somebody that posed as an influencer to help him, but they weren't helping him. They took his channel and they really kicked it. Currently trying a 95% fat way of eating for higher ketones. I've never gone that high in my fat content. I think the highest I've ever really went up to was about 78%. I haven't gotten quite to 80% fat. But I do just like eat butter, chunks of butter every once in a while, or chunks of fat, just to get the extra fat into my diet. And it does. I can tell a difference with the ketones when I do have that. Currently, actually, I'm tracking my ketones for Kiltz, the line diet group. So we're doing a line diet. Oh, you just subscribed, watched Bill's. That's awesome, Kitchen Wish. He's such an inspiration. But we're currently doing this here for next week's meeting with the line diet group for Kiltz Health. We're tracking our ketones and blood sugars and stuff. And Lewis had a amazing spreadsheet that he sent out to the groups. We're able to track it a little bit better. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah, Bill doesn't look like he went off the rail during his time off YouTube. No, he actually looks really good. it's been a couple months since I've seen Bill, because that's how long he's been off the of YouTube is trying to get his channel back. And he looks absolutely amazing. You see how big he was in his first videos. You can see it in his face and in his shoulders. And then watching his current video, you're like, holy crap, Bill has changed tremendously. So it's Bill Knott's very inspirational for a lot of people. And it's really cool to watch him see how great he is doing. And knowing that he's doing this in Alaska, where it's a lot harder to even live in that state and where he's at, and he is thriving and doing so well with this way of eating. So to get 95% fat, what are you eating, Uncle Willie? Are you getting 95% of your calories from the fat is what you're saying? That's actually pretty cool. Pretty cool goal. Are you a member of Kiltz Mighty Tribe, Uncle Willie? It is a area that's free. There's no charge to go into the KMT and be a part of that. And to get into some of the groups that they have going on there, like the January Lion Diet group it's actually a free group to go into. There's a lot of really good people that have a lot of knowledge in that group. I really enjoy being in there. It's something that you can really see a difference in people once they get involved and once they start participating in there. It's pretty nice to see that. I'm using butter, sour cream, Parmesan cheese, hard cheese. I like that. I get the Parmesan oregano or whatever the heck it is. It's the big block, and it's that really hard cheese. I buy that at Costco. And that's one of the cheeses that I am okay with. Soft cheeses, they don't do well with me. Not a member of any groups? Wow, no, you're a member of my group here. You're a member of Carnivore Quest. You might not. You go there, you hang out. But the KMT, it's a free community, and they do a whole lot of stuff in there. I would recommend checking them out. Really, there's a lot of people that you see from the Carnivore Quest group come in there. Good morning, Bride's Biscuit. How you doing? I just coming from Rick's live stream. I was watching that a little bit this morning too. Guess I got to click on it. So, oh, it's one of those mornings. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no paid groups. That's true, and that's the nice thing about a lot of YouTube channels. A lot of people you don't have to pay for any of it to go into live streams like this here and hang out and be part of the community. Being part of the community itself and just participating like this here helps not only you, but it helps other people too. So it's actually really nice to be able to do stuff like that. Yeah, Rick does. He spends a lot of time on his lives on the weekend. I know sometimes he's on there for hours, but he gets a pretty good following. He gets a lot of group interaction in his live stream, so it's actually not bad to go on there and hang out with Rick. So let's see. Yeah, and he takes personal phone calls. Yep. like Dr. Kiltz, he actually puts out his phone number to. So if you watch his, I guess it's mostly on Sunday meetings that he does. He'll actually post his phone number for anybody. And from what I've understood, people actually who have called him, he talks to them. He'll answer. So it's actually pretty cool. There's a lot of different people out there. There's only a few people that give out their number, and I think Rick has also done that with his too. Treasure Mopar Rick, he's given out his phone number. It's actually pretty cool. But going back to Uncle Willie on this, the Kiltz My Tribe, they're, like I said, that group is free, and you can go in there and go into like the Lion Diet group that we're doing the Lion Diet Challenge this month with. It's actually you can go into that group, and if you want to track your ketones and do a sleep tracker and everything else that is going on with that form that Lewis gave out, it's actually pretty it's a pretty good spreadsheet that he put out there. Yeah, you heard that Kiltz is amazing. You won the giveaway again this week. Oh, you're getting the book? That's amazing. I got a Dr. Nelson hat when I won it last week or the week before. And that came on Wednesday. It only took a few days to get here, which is generally when you order stuff from places, it takes way too long to get to North Dakota. But I've ordered, I've bought stuff from the Kiltz Health store, and then I won the other giveaway, and then this one. Those actually come really quick and it's pretty nice. I think it's pretty cool that he does that every morning. I remember when he was giving away like the Kasori air fryers and stuff like that. But they do give away a lot of different things throughout there, but I prefer the shirts and the hats and stuff like that. You have the AI answer your phone calls. No, so I know like on Verizon phones they do that too, where you can have them answer your calls. I think mine's set up on it to automatically answer anything that comes up as suspected spam, and 90% of the time, 99% of the time, they've hung up as soon as it says that it's Google answering your phone call, and I've never had anything get through after that. Kitchen Witch, you've never won anything on Kiltz, but cherish my Kiltz cup. I've thought about buying one of those too, because it's like this mug right here. It actually works on let me see. This puck heats that cup up, and it keeps the whatever liquid's in there at 130 degrees. So it's a little cooler than what I want for my coffee, but it's almost a perfect drinking temperature. You don't need shirts, but you love to read. Hey, you love to read. Have you got this yet? This way. Complete Carnivore by Jenny Medich. It's actually a really good book. He's got some really good information in there. Plus 80 recipes. Is it 80 recipes? Something like 80 recipes in there. It says it's somewhere on there. But she's got recipes, and then she's got a lot of good information. She's actually got a deal going on right now with Own Your Own Labs, and Dave Philbin was just on her channel the other day. We're doing N of 1 experiments, and letting or doing experiments and then having it published and stuff like that. She's actually got one set up on her channel where you can go in there and check that out. Oh, you just won that on Juliet's channel? I didn't know Juliet was giving stuff away like that. Dang it. I like Juliet. She's amazing. She has an amazing story on what she's gone through too. She's pretty cool. I've chatted with her a few times. And then Robin Heron, Carnivore's grandma, she's actually really cool too. I like Robin. Doing sardines after high fat experiment. Are you going to do a sardine fast on that, Uncle Willie? The amazing thing that happened when I did that sardine fast last month is I was amazed at how few sardines you needed to eat to stay full. They're amazingly filling, and I don't mind the taste. It wasn't that I didn't like them, but I couldn't eat them. I couldn't eat that many. I ate more on the first day than I needed to, and I was absolutely stuffed. The second, third, and fourth day, it was like 4 cans, and I was absolutely full. It's just amazing how quickly you fill up. The residual on it, though, for the next couple of days after the sardine fast, when I was back to normal eating, I still wasn't hungry. It seems like the effects of the sardines and the way they keep you full last for just a little bit longer than what you would expect. Bridesmaids, I know it was half price when really still low on funds after the holiday, plus 2 of my daughters have birthdays Christmas week. Yeah. It's, thank goodness tax season is around the corner, so get bigger tax refunds this year, maybe. Yeah, sardines. Yeah, you eat sardines all the time. Yeah, they're not too bad. You had the same issue. You ate 3 cans first day and 2 cans second and third day. Yeah, it's amazing that the sardines fill you up like that and keep you full for whatever reason. I don't know if it has a effect on the ghrelin or the leptin signals so that you're not as hungry or you feel full and satisfied more often. Let's see, Kitchen Witch, my plans to go on a meat mission today. Have been foiled by snow. Oh, yeah. Well, I got up this morning. I went to make my coffee, and my water was empty. I use bottled water. I don't use city water because it has so much junk in it, and I don't know what's actually in there. And I had to run to the grocery store first thing this morning, 7 a.m., still dark, still 9 degrees below zero, and negative 30 wind chill. I'm out trekking out there getting water. I'd rather have snow and be able to go out there. Yeah, retired, so you don't get the extra no tax on tips or no tax on overtime, which is very deceiving because there still is tax on the overtime. You don't get all your overtime or tips untaxed. You only get a portion of it. So it's kind of deceiving, but it's going to help a lot of people. I do know that. Except for, if you don't get taxed on tips, if you get cash tips, I don't think most people report those anyway. I don't know, as I've never been a person that worked for tips, but I do know people who work for tips, and I don't think their cash tips get reported by anybody anyway. It's only when you leave a tip by a credit card that there's any trace of it so that they have something to show. So that portion of your tips, they may not be taxing that much of. Yeah, one of Dr. Spa's patients did 100 days sardines only, and they didn't have any issues with it, which I, I don't know if I can do it that long. That would be just crazy. But it'd be very inexpensive because you can get sardines for $1 a can, and if you're only eating 4 cans in a day, $4 a day for 100 days, that's not that much money. And you know, normally, most of my meals I eat, I can actually eat for less than $10 a meal. So I'm pretty lucky that way. I'm able to buy the strip loin roast. I bought one at Costco the other day, and that was for $9.99 a pound. And I ended up getting the 12 steaks out of it. So each of those would be less than $10, and that's pretty much a meal. But I also do a lot of stuff like ground beef, the Costco ground beef that they have. Their cheaper one, it's less than only like $5 a pound or whatever it was. If you eat a pound of that, you could eat 2 pounds of that, and it's still less than $10. You can survive on this way of eating, fairly inexpensive. And last month, I found that I really liked the pork steaks. Uh, my local grocery store here had them, and they were only what was it, $3.29 a pound or something like that. So eat a pound of pork steak or 2 pounds of pork steak for less than $7. You can eat well on them. And the pork steak, the fat to protein ratio is right at that 70-30 mark. So it's right where you need to be within a good area for the carnivore way of eating. It's actually pretty amazing. Bryce, basically, you did a spreadsheet for 2025, and it cost you $6.72 a day eating carnivore. Yeah, it's really amazing how inexpensively one can eat on a carnivore diet. You can't really go to a fast food restaurant anymore for less than $10 a meal. It, you just can't find it like that. Even my granddaughter getting her, what was it the other day? We got her chicken fries, a chicken fry meal from Burger King. It's $10 for a small 8-piece chicken fry meal. $10. It's just crazy. The actual value of that is probably $2 or $3 is what it's actually worth. And for being what it is, shouldn't eat it anyway, but I don't control what she eats to a point. She's very picky. A lot like her mom used to be, or still is. Uh, yeah, you love good pork loin. I've actually got a couple of pork loin roasts still in my freezer from this fall when I picked them up at one of our local stores here. They had some sales on some stuff, and I still have some chuck roast and pork loin that I need to cook up. Doing we when was it? It was that right after Thanksgiving, our local Target store, which has the food section in it, had prime rib bone in on sale for $9.99 a pound. And I picked up one of those. I couldn't believe it. I haven't cooked it yet. I was actually looking more to cut the bones out and make steaks out of it. I have to thaw that out and do that here one of these days so I can see how that turned out, see what kind of quality that was. Because even if it's not the best quality, it's supposed to be prime. But for 9.99 pound, that was amazing find at your local. I pretty amazed that I found it like that. For prime rib, you gotta try it. Even if it's not the best quality, it turns out to be just okay. It still looked like it had plenty of fat on it, so as long as it's not a fake meat, I think it'll be all right. But pork loin, pork shoulder, pork steaks are absolutely amazing. I still have a pork shoulder in my freezer too, in my big freezer, so I'll have to take that out here in February, thaw it out, make some pulled pork. I don't have a bone saw. If I had a bone saw, I could slice that pork shoulder into pork steaks. That'd be really good. Because that's basically what the pork steak is. It's the pork shoulder, and it's cut into steaks at a smaller size. Especially with the bone-in ones, that was really good. My wife liked it too. You just have to cook it a little bit longer. It's not something that you want to cook medium. And the warmer you get it, 195 to 200 degrees, and that gets more tender as it cooks like that to a certain point. Not like a steak where it's better the rarer it is. The pork needs to go just a little bit longer, but it was actually really good. I never really knew I liked pork shoulder or pork steaks until I was in a meeting and they kept talking about the pork steaks, and I was like, I gotta look at these here. And a few days later, I found them at a grocery store, and I was like, gotta try it. And even with just salt and pepper, it was really good. We found a lemon pepper seasoning that wasn't bad. Didn't have any sugars into it, and my wife really liked it. Really likes it, and she had to get another bottle of it because she's gone through it in just over a month. She eats a lot of chicken tenderloins, and she cooks those with butter. So actually, she eats a lot of that butter, and the butter is actually not a bad thing to have. Brad is basically pork shoulder and spare ribs are your two favorite cuts of meat. That's the only thing that you can overconsume. I actually don't have a problem over consuming anything. I can overconsume whatever I'm eating. I'm one of those people, I don't get the signal that tells me I'm full. And I've done that before where one day it was like over 3 pounds of meat. And I just never got full. I was trying to eat until I was full. Like Dr. Barry says, eat till you're full and then stop. I never got that signal. It was over, 3 pounds of meat that I ate that one day. I just don't get that signal. So I generally track fairly well what I eat so that I know I'm not going to be eating 3 pounds of meat I guess my body did a good job of it too, but pork shoulder and spare ribs, I definitely could be overeating those two. I like the spare ribs. I do like cooking it on my smoker. Yeah, that and chicken wings. Chicken wings on a smoker are absolutely delicious. Carnivore Whisperer, good morning. How are you today? It's just getting the leptin and the ghrelin signals. I don't have any issues with ghrelin. My ghrelin signals tell me I'm hungry when I'm hungry. I don't have issues with that one. But the leptin signals that tell you that you're satisfied and that you don't need to eat anymore, I have issues with that one. I don't seem to be getting that one properly still. Hopefully, one of these days I will. Well, today, Saturday, it's the 17th of January. Today is my mom's birthday. She's in her or actually almost mid 80s now. Still active, still baking, doing all that good Norwegian, Swedish baked goods. But she loves baking and she loves painting. She paints all kinds of stuff. And it's also my oldest granddaughter's birthday today. And it's her golden birthday. She turned 17 today. So happy birthday to Kaylin. And happy birthday to my mom. Do the sardine challenge I received. Doing the sardine challenge, you received the full signal. I can't say I received the full signal when I did my sardine challenge, but I didn't have the I'm hungry signal like I do like when I'm fasting. Like right now, what am I? 12, about 15 hours into a fast right now, and I'm hungry. When I was doing the sardine challenge, I didn't have that gremlin signal that told me that I'm hungry. So it's just different. But when I was eating the sardines, I didn't get the signal saying that you're full, stop eating them. It's like even on my first day, I ate more cans than I actually thought. Heather, me, Larry, Carnivore Quest Community inspired me to start YouTube channel. 2.5 years, Carnivore 77 pounds down, and feel so good. Happy birthday to everyone. Well, thanks, Heather. What's your channel? Please feel free to put it into the comments. I'd like to take a look at it. I do follow people who are the smaller channels. I really enjoy watching the content from regular people. I watch that more than I do the big channels like Dr. Barry and Dr. Chafee. I watched those a lot when I first started and I learned a lot. But I get more from just the regular person like you and me and stuff. I really enjoy those channels like that. Bryce visit. Did I ever eat lefse? Absolutely. It's this Scandinavian version of a crepe. You went through piles of them as a kid. My mom and dad actually, we've made lefse with them several times. They've got the plate and the spatula, all that stuff. We used to make those all the time. Carnivore Whisperer, it's Grandma Goat. Grandma Goat. I'm gonna build that up here. There you go. I just subscribed to your channel. Thanks, Heather. I appreciate it. That's awesome. Bryce said that's awesome. He's lost 73 pounds on first year carnivore and healed 8 diseases and many conditions. Yeah, there's so many people who have done this, and the more people that go out there and share it, the better the community becomes. Because Like Larry and Cassie, you've seen some of the stuff on their channel where Larry posts stuff on there. He doesn't connect with everybody. I love Larry and I love Cassie. They're absolutely great people to be a part of their group, and they've done an amazing job with everything that they're doing, and their stories are amazing. But not everybody connects with them. Not everybody connects with Bill Knott. Not everybody connects with anybody. So if you connect with one person by sharing your video and you touch somebody and you help them, then just doing this here is absolutely worth it. I would have never done something like this here 2 years ago, you know, but now I do. And I've been on this channel now for just over a year, sharing what's been going on with me. If I help just one person, I'll absolutely worth doing it. Let's see. The ribs were absolutely nirvana after coming off a 48-hour water fast into a 72-hour sardine fast. Yeah, that's a heck of a combination there too. Bill, Larry, Cassie, and Homestead How. Yeah, they're actually Homestead How. Kerry Man. That was one of the other videos. One of the other first videos I saw was the video he did where his congestive heart failure was removed from his medical records because he no longer had congestive heart failure. He healed from that on the carnivore diet. And that's absolutely amazing. Now, back in 2017, I actually had heart surgery. I had AFib. It was caused by extra signals being sent to my heart, telling it to beat outside of the sinus node. I was on medication for it for a while, and then that medication stopped working. And so my heart rate was going all over the place. It was actually pretty concerning for me at the time. And I was working out. I was working out 6 days a week when this happened. And I was at my lowest weight that I had been in years. I thought I was being healthy. But ended up having heart surgery. And then after that, I had really bad anxiety about working out, so I never went back to it. That's where I ballooned up to 347 pounds, high blood pressure, 5 medications. Just crazy. But watching Carrie's video was one of the things that I wish I'd have known about this year back in 2017. I might not have had to have heart surgery. Aaron and some then went into an egg fast over the weekend. Dip on that one. During another 48-hour water fast into a lion day. And see, that's this month here, I'm doing a rolling fast. I did the first half of the month at 48 hours, and I've done 60 hours now, and then now I'm transitioning to a 72-hour fast. So I'm fasting for 48 hours, 60 or 72 hours, eating for 1 meal or 2 meals, and then going right back into another fast. This morning I was actually I matched my lowest weight that I've been on the carnivore diet. This morning I'm back down to 213 pounds. 1 pound, pound and a half weight or whatever, from being my lowest weight in over 30 years. And what I'm looking to do is, like right now, I gained 9 pounds at Christmas. And now I've officially lost that 9 pounds. So I'm getting into new weight loss territory. And this is where I've had the issues, because I can get down to this weight, and then I seem to just stall out for a little bit, not losing anything. Just kind of frustrating at times, but I know my body's dealing with some stuff. And I watched a video by, who was it the other day? Oh, Ben Bickman, talking about nicotine. And I did this here last March of 2025. I chewed Copenhagen for 45 years. And decided to quit. I started using the Zyn nicotine pouches along with my Copenhagen. I did that for about a month, and then I gave up the Copenhagen and I continued using the Zyn nicotine pouches for another month, and I stopped taking that. I did that about the same time that I decided to stop my weight loss because I thought I was losing weight too fast. So I introduced the heavy cream, more cheeses, softer cheeses, and stuff like that, more dairy, so that it would stop losing weight. And when I did that, my weight loss stopped. I plateaued or stopped. It was like first part of June, and I stopped at 224 pounds, and I was able to maintain that weight for quite a while. Then when I decided to start losing weight again, I've had issues with it. I watched a video by Dr. Ben Bickman on the effects of nicotine. And basically, I'm paraphrasing, it's not medical advice. Nicotine has uses. When people are smoking or used to like to smoke with tobacco, it's really not the nicotine that you're addicted to. It's the other chemicals that they're putting into there, and they're blaming the nicotine for the addiction. Part of what the nicotine does, it helps to regulate hunger and stuff, and it works with your body so you can lose weight. So it's not something I'm going to start doing again. I don't plan to. I've been off of it for almost a year now. It's the best I've felt right now. So I'm not going to start using it again. But like with Larry, I didn't know he was using smokeless tobacco either. A lot of us did. But giving up the nicotine portion of it, he's using Zyns. I would highly recommend that he continue using the Zyn until he gets to a good weight loss. My fear is that he will give up the nicotine and then his weight loss won't happen like what's happened with mine. It's a lot slower now than it was before. And it could be that the nicotine was helping me. I don't know. But I'd hate to see him have the frustration of not being able to lose weight because he gave up the nicotine and not associate the two together. He started an egg fast. Today lost 3 pounds on sardines. That's actually really good to lose 3 pounds on a sardine diet or fasting. It was pretty good weight loss for that. Your daughter follows Emma for skincare tips. That's amazing. Emma is actually, she's got some really good videos out there too. Yes, it sounds like Shaun White is going to be coming back and he's going to start doing YouTube stuff again. That'd be amazing. I'd like to see some of his current stuff. That'd be cool. Yeah, that's great, Lisa. You lost 1 pound on your water fast, 1 pound on sardine fast. And your blood sugars went down 20 points on average over the sardine fast. That's an amazing part right there, losing that much glucose just doing that. That's worth it right there. You try and fast 24 hours 2 times a month. Just broke a 24-hour fast with some bone broth and eggs. Just even that 24-hour fast is an amazing accomplishment for a lot of people. There's benefits to just doing a short fast like that. And my wife is a type 2 diabetic, and for her doing a 24-hour fast, she does really good on it and really does good for her blood sugar control. That's awesome, Bryce. Basically, you gained 18 pounds last year for some crazy reason. You started exercising and counting macros and nothing, your weight didn't budge. Team Fish won, or Team Fish for the win. Yeah. Amazon had egg on sale for $1 for 18. Wow, that's amazing. And use bone broth daily to break your fast to help with osteoarthritis. That's pretty good. Bryce gained 7 pounds last year after eating carbs for only 2 days and took 4 months to lose it again after going back to being strict. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy that I've lost the 9 pounds I gained at Christmas, and it only took me about 3 weeks to do it, but that's a lot of fasting too that's been going on to do it. If you don't stray from carnivore, you've seen too many people spiral, and that has kept you honest. Absolute carnivore whisperer. That is one of the best things to do. If you are one of the people that can do that, it's amazing. I've learned from so many people on what they've spiraled and gotten into by coming off plan. I don't plan on doing it again. Erin lost 10 pounds on her sardine fast. That's pretty damn good. Hey, Dave, how you doing? It's nice to see you. I just got when I lost my X channel for just a little bit, Dave. But when my channel was gone for a little bit, I did order from Keto Carnivore, and it actually only took about a week for us to get our stuff. Absolutely amazing. If anybody here doesn't know, Dave has Keto Carnivore in Kingman, Arizona. If you're a ketovore or a carnivore that has, treats, their stuff that they have, like their chocolate chip cookies, their snickerdoodle cookies. My wife's type 2 diabetic, and I wear CGM. I've tried their stuff. It doesn't do anything for the blood glucose. There's no rise in it. And I have not had any bad reaction for cravings eating their stuff. So I would put a plug out for Keto Carnivore anytime, because they have some absolutely amazing foods there. And they ship. So you can order from them and get it at the house. It's not a bad deal for the price and for what you get on it. If you're diabetic and you're looking for insulin control and to have chocolate chip cookie, this is a great place to get stuff. Is from Keto Carnivore. Heather, you quit 2 packs a week after a year on carnivore. You tried to quit many times. Carnivore saved my life. Absolutely. And it's amazing what can happen. I chewed Copenhagen for 45 years, and I quit a couple of times and gained a lot of weight each time I did. Started chewing again, lost some weight, but never all went away. It was one of the hardest things for me to do, is to give that up. But after being on carnivore for 6-8 months, it was like, you know what? I don't really feel like I need it anymore. And it was amazing. Or 7. Yeah, not sure. Talking about weight loss. You would not be here certainly for much longer without carnivore. Yeah, I feel the same way. I was really having some issues with my health and everything. Being on 5 blood pressure medications at the time that I started carnivore, and my blood pressure wasn't under control. I could feel my body wasn't doing well. And without this year, I probably wouldn't be around much longer after that. Good. Subscribe to Grandma Goat. You're trying to get ketones to 3+ without fasting? That'd be pretty cool. I've never tried that. Just doing OMAD, my ketones at the end of the day before I can go up to like 1.5 to 2.1. Never had it above a 2.1 without doing a more than a 24-hour fast. I appreciate that. And then, hey, it was great meeting you this summer. I really had a good time. Yeah. Most of the the treats that we got from you guys this summer when we stopped by. My wife ate before we got back home. She really enjoyed it, and she does really well on them. You still drink coffee and have mustard and hot sauce. I barely do sauerkraut. I've tried it a few times. I haven't tried sauerkraut since I've been carnivore. I probably should. Uh, I still drink coffee and I still use mustard and I still use hot sauce too. I love Frank's Red Hot. Do my own chicken wings, the Frank's Red Hot and butter. I got that from Aaron, the average keto carnivore guy. Used his recipe. Actually pretty good. All right. We'll talk to you later, Uncle Willie. See you over in Larry's chat. Carnivore where I was so addicted to food that I didn't want to trigger anything. Food addiction is very real, and a lot of people have a lot of issues with it, and I'm one of them. I like to eat. I used to eat a lot of junk food on the standard American diet. And you get a family-sized bag of Lay's potato chips, and my granddaughter and I would sit down and we'd eat that. It really makes a difference, changing what you eat. Dave, I've gone from dip to vapes to Zen pouches. Y'all are inspiring me to try to go ahead and walk away from the nicotine altogether. Yeah, I would, Dave, check out Ben Bickman's channel. Episode 133 is his one that he just did on nicotine. And take a look at that before you quit, just to get some insight on it. I know you're still not trying to lose weight. You're doing this here for other reasons. But I'm trying to lose weight now, and my giving up my Copenhagen and the nicotine could still be not losing the weight like I want to. Could be an issue with me giving up the nicotine. So, and my addiction to it for so long, or my use of it for so long, for 45 years, that's a long time. Carnivore Free had gastric bypass in 2006. Your BMI was 44.1. Holy. Now, to be fair, Carnivore Whisperer, you beat me. My highest BMI was 43.4, and that was when I was 347 pounds. So being at a 44, that's pretty big. That's a lot of extra mass that your body doesn't need, and getting rid of that is an amazing way to heal the body. Now, stepping on my scale, I got one of those smart scales, and my BMI today is 26.8 or something like that. Your BMI is now 24. It's amazing to get down to a 24 from a 44. That shows the power of the human body, what you can do when you set your mind to it. Guess it helps to click on it. I'm reading it off the screen here down below. So, but I appreciate everybody coming on here. It's been just over an hour now. Oh, let's see, where is it at? Right here. For anybody wanting to go, this is where I go after my meetings. I go here to the Carnivore Quest meeting. We go on there, we talk to Larry, we talk amongst ourselves. Some of the people that are here do this here also. I would highly recommend anybody want to go in there and check it out. It's a great community. Yeah, it's free to go over there and talk with people like Rice Biscuit, myself. I'll end up over there in just a little bit here. Larry does this here Wednesday now Wednesday through Sundays. And he's got some pretty good information that you can go there and really nice group of helpful people. If you're having issues in carnivore, go check this group out. Uh, that link right there will bring you into the Carnivore Quest live stream where Larry's talking right now. You all have a great weekend. Uh, check out Keto Carnivore. Dave's got a great business going on there. If you're a person that can eat stuff like that, some people don't want to, as they do have cravings. But if you want a treat that doesn't affect your glucose and your diabetic or anything like that, Keto Carnivore's got some great treats in there. Check them out. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m.